Ken Ludwig is an icon of theater. An Emmy award-winning playwright, Ludwig has been recognized with numerous honors, including the Edwin Forrest Award for contributions to the American theater and 2 Laurence Olivier Awards. WGCU arts reporter Tom Hall sat down with Ludwig to discuss his secrets to success.
Ken Ludwig may very well be the most performed playwright of his generation. He's had 6 productions on Broadway and 8 in London's West End. His 35 plays and musicals are staged throughout the United States and around the world every night of the year. The world premiere of his latest play, Lady Molly of Scotland Yard, closed at Aslo Repertory Theatre on February 8th. His musical Crazy for You is on stage at Broadway Palm through April 5th. And his first play, Lend Me a Tenor, opens at the Studio Players on March 28th. Ludwig ascribes his success to luck.
My father put it this way: if you wake up in the morning and you don't look forward to going to work, you did something wrong and you've got to go fix it. And I get to do just what I love every day, and I hit the jackpot by luck. I'm so happy.
Ludwig is being modest, of course. He's almost single-handedly revived the genre of comedy in theater.
If there's any way I'd like to be remembered is that as someone who really kept the art of comedies in the theater alive during a period it was starting to fade away.
His success resides in the accessibility of his characters and plots.
Comedy, for me, doesn't mean just getting laughs. It's a type of theater that touches our hearts and makes us think, but in a different way than tragedies do.
While his approach to playwriting is deliberate and disciplined, Ludwig has a more descriptive way of visualizing the end product.
Comedies are like taking a jigsaw puzzle and throwing it up in the air, and all those pieces falling down and somehow linking together at the end so that picture comes together and gives us a sense of reassurance that we'll be all right and the world will be all right.
Of late, Ludwig is pioneering a new subgenre in comedy. He calls it the comedic thriller. It's influenced by his recent work with the Agatha Christie estate in adapting Murder on the Orient Express and Death on the Nile for the stage. But he promises not to stray too far from his comedic roots.
That's what moves me, and that's what touches me, and nobody else is writing it.
Tom Hall, thank you so much for that report. And I'm really excited to talk to you because through your reporting, we've basically learned that there are 33 community and equity theaters in Southwest Florida. That's from Marco Island to Sarasota, and you've been doing your best to cover it all, so we thank you for that.
Well, you're quite welcome, and I am delighted to be with you on the show. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So what do you want people to know about this local theater scene? I was really surprised at 33. That's a lot.
It is a lot, and I think what that does is it gives the people who live and visit Southwest Florida lots of options. At any given week, there are as many as 22 to 30 shows that are on our local stages. For example, this week alone, 9 new shows are opening. There's another 2 shows at Broadway Palm that are closing, but there are 12 others that are continuing their runs. So that gives viewers 22 different options. And see, these shows, some of them are right off of Broadway, so the show closes on Broadway, immediately comes to a stage in Southwest Florida. Others are world premieres. Some are regional premieres. Some are old standards like Cole Porter and playwrights like that.
Tell us about the level we're seeing then of talent that's coming to Southwest Florida.
I've been covering the art scene since 2011. Over that span, I've gotten to profile over 400 local thespians. I am never at a loss when it comes to the talent that is on stage locally. Some of it is absolutely incredible. And I think one of the reasons for that is that the local directors and choreographers do a really, really good job of getting our local actors ready for their productions. And that's enhanced by the fact that our area high schools have very active theater departments. Places like North Fort Myers, Canterbury, Cypress Lake are producing incredible talent, kind of like the next generation.
Sure.
And that's also, we see that at places like Melody Lane Dance Studio, Robin Dawn Dance Studio. These are also incubators. But you don't have to take my word for the talent. what we can do is we can see that firsthand. When these kids go and compete at places like the Junior Theater Festival in Atlanta or Los Angeles or even in London, they're coming home with awards of excellence and awards of achievement.
Wow.
And then some of our locals are actually making it to Broadway and to the West End and other places like that. A story that I'm getting ready to work on is about a young 22-year-old by the name of Sophia Brooke. She's probably 18 years old. She just got accepted on a full scholarship to the Tisch School of the Arts in Manhattan.
And there's obviously big names coming from outside of Southwest Florida to perform here as well.
Because of the interest of our local public in the arts, and because of the high caliber of talent that we have here, equity actors from New York, Chicago, Los Angeles are now flocking to Southwest Florida in order to perform at venues like Florida Rep, Theater Zone, Broadway Palm, the Naples Players, not to mention Aslo Theater up in Sarasota.
And the visual arts community is just as busy, right?
It's just as busy. This month, the month of April, there are 56 art exhibitions that are on view in our 10 museums and 13 art centers. Now, many of the art centers feature local artists. A lot of them are members of those arts associations. But the museum exhibitions are attracting regional, national, and even internationally acclaimed talent, so that the people in Southwest Florida, when they see these exhibitions, they're really in tune in terms of what's happening in the art world around the globe.
So whether folks are interested in maybe it's dance or artwork, how do they find your stories? I know I listen to you on WGCU FM, but how do they find your stories?
It's real easy. They go to WGCU.org. When they land on the home page, in the upper left-hand corner is the menu, the little thing that looks like a hamburger. When they click on that, just go to Arts and Culture, click on that, and all of that information will come up.
Tom Hall, thank you for your reporting.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for watching. We've got more great content for you, from news to the arts to the environment. So be sure to like and subscribe to WGCU's YouTube channel and follow us on our social media platforms for the stories that matter to you.